I asked you at the close of the last session to think about a couple of scenarios that you want to talk about and design an intervention. So the issue that Linggit mentioned is land tenure, or you can call it land legalities in the palm oil work. So what we found, for those of you who are not familiar, from the work that Linggit, Mega, and Alisna's team did, they found in the pilot area that 80% of smallholder farmers do not have land tenure. So meaning they are planting on land that is not theirs. So technically, illegally. What we also found in the study is that when farmers plant on land, so what we also found is that when people have land tenure, they invest more in the land and their yields are better. So then it alleviates poverty issues. So land legality is very fundamental. So this is what Linggit is putting forth. Do we want to talk about this? How would we address it with Lands and Survey?
How has it been addressed?
It's just getting worse every day.
In what terms?
Because, well, imagine lah, populations are increasing, people are more mobile, people are coming from outside of Sabah. So they're going anywhere there's a little patch of land they can go, they will go. They may plant something, they may build a little kampong, then it becomes a kampong. So there are many waves of migration and all kinds of different shapes of ownership.
Has the government ever addressed the issue? Has it ever been?
I mean, imagine if you're here, kan? And then that is happening there. You got your department, you got your laws, you got your land ordinance. You say NT is like this, CL is like this. So you have these tools, but the problem has gone beyond the ability of your own construct. You see what I mean?
What is the government's stance on this situation?
So so for example, the team we presented to high-level government, like hi, State Secretary, it's even been presented to certain cabinet ministers, and they say, okay, we set up a committee. The committee will discuss this and discuss how to do it, what to do. But we've been waiting for that committee for a while. They have all the data, so they map the farmers. They say, here are the farmers, here are the farms. And as you can see, 80% are in your forest reserves, in state land, in river reserves. So this is another thing where we find we keep on cycling back, and because we have to inform new people. Okay, so that's one. Any other offerings of topics for discussion? It doesn't have to be something so meta. Maybe this is meta, big, higher level. Something more micro. I want to talk about Kerbaus, for example. JCSC, which is the issue with JCSC is the same issue, the movement of the state towards fully certified MSPO and RSPO by 2025. And the reason why it's complex is because all the sectors are working together. All the companies, government agencies, and the NGOs. So this is where Rebecca, now we have a new secretariat. And we hope that the Secretariat will advance the process. Andrew, you've met. He's the director of the Secretariat, and Rebecca is the manager of the Secretariat. And there are more staff that will come on board slowly as we raise the funds. And we hope that that Secretariat will become this hybrid that is not government, not private sector, not NGO, and be the vehicle to move the process. The Padi project, for example, just say, we want to revitalize 40 acres. They did the map with Sam and Neville, mapped the whole area, mapped the drainage, irrigation. He came here, we had gathered all the kampong already. He went to the field, he looked at all the area, then he just took the map. Shipper sent the map. Then he sent his own contractors, their own budget. They did all the irrigation. We didn't even have to do it. And he's like, thanks, Cynthia, for helping me meet my KPI. And then he was here to celebrate. He was so happy. He said, I love working with FS. Similarly, now the mainstreaming biodiversity conservation in river management. Same thing when he appears on the DID Malaysia punya project management unit when we have the call. You remember he's supposed to do a lot of things and he didn't do it, but we did it. Now when we report, it's his report, right? He just shows up at the meeting, but Forever Sabah does all the reporting. I mean, that's more and more we're doing work like that. The rural electrification one will be the same. But now we will be working with a few government agencies together. And this is huge, it's statewide. So yes, that is what we're doing. Yeah. And I think we're making that more and more systemic for FS as a way. And then we're also shifting, like we doing with HHH, the humans, habitats, highways, and the rural electrification. It's not so much come to them as if we just really terlampau pandai, but really seeing that we complement. So we have 3 topics, potential topics. Anything else? Does anybody look at this and you say, I'm not interested in any of them, and you want another topic? Kamu bincang tentang topik kerbau? Padi and kerbau. Okay, put there padi plus kerbau. Forever Sabah actually has a role in, of course, I mean, those are the initiatives we were part of, kan? So, if we were to take a facilitative approach, what would we do? What process would you design? I don't mean to say they're all sitting here, but they are all sitting in Sabah. That's the room. What is your process design? And it's not like, it's just a discussion. I want you guys to just discuss and play around with ideas. And then, because you can then take that and it'll help you in your day-to-day. If you have 3, then each of you will have about 6, 7 people. Yes? So we do it serentak? Yes. So these are, again, open space kinds of questions. Like if there were 10 topics, then it would determine how many sessions we have. Okay, so who wants to convene the first one? Rebecca? Okay, good job, Rebecca. Where's your room? Okay. Land tenure, land legality. Who wants to convene that?
We need a neutral person. A lot of us tend to bias.
It's okay, you're the convener. You're not the professional facilitator.
Second day,
Huh? Okay, where's your conference room?
tangki.
Okay. Number 4, Padi and Kerbau. Cheaper, kau convene cheaper? Okay. Mana tempat kau? Di sana tempat dining? Dining atau atas? Okay. Alright. So find yourself somebody to take notes or appoint it when you get there. You guys all, you are what? How do you want to do this? You want to do this World Cafe? You want to do this open space technology? You want to do theory? Huh? You want to do a hybrid? You want to do community building? Speak when you move to speak. Say your name. I state.
No, after the transition, you want to get it first. Then come in.
Okay. Okay, you guys choose whatever you want. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Cheryl. Today I will be co-facilitating and we have 3 topics today. One is JCSC, one is land rights and land tenure, and one is Padi dan Kerbau. Who would like to go first? Okay, Rebecca would like to go first.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the convener for the first topic, first one, Jurisdictional Certification Steering Committee. It's the full for JCSC lah. So, I have 2 person in the group just now, which is Winnie and Rizlan. So, Rizlan, Winnie is like advisor, and then Rizlan helped me to write all this, which I'm very appreciative of. And we got divine intervention from Cynthia for helping us. So because we only and a baby. So this is what we come up with. So the first we put into 2. First is the issues, and then what are the recommendations for the issues. Yeah, the first one is our action plan is not doable. For your info, this action plan is actually 2016, so it's very outdated, very old. And then the second one is members are not part of the action plan, so we need to get them to be more involved in the action planning. So, and then the third one is nobody is doing the process. So that time they have the action plan, and then but no one is doing the process or overseeing the process. So the recommendation we came up with, the first one, is to revise and do a short-term action plan. So according to the method that we learned, like I read is 1 to 3 months, or maybe it can be 6 months action plan. So more short-term lah. Our action plan is 5 years. Yeah. So 5 years macam, oh ya, sangat jauh kan? What happened 5 years ago, or you also don't remember. Now you're talking about 5 years ahead, the future kan? So we need to revise ni lah. How we gonna do this? Use the AI facilitation method. So this one is we will look what is the best. Yes, appreciating, valuing the best of what is. Yeah, so if you get people to look at what is the best rather than it's not doable. So you see, the first one you say it's no very negative lah. Yeah. So we will try to apply this method AI to the first issue. Then the second one, for second issue, we have the second recommendation, which is to mandate all members to be in a short-term action plan. So we will get them to compulsory, like here lah, staff compulsory to be here, and we'll do that and get everybody. We'll use the World Cafe facilitation method. We will set the table and get people to talk about those issues. We fix the issues to be there and then get everybody to be there as well. So you're all part of it. So all the members will feel they're part of forming the action plan. And then the last one is, well, nobody's doing the process. Now we have the JC Secretariat to do the process. Well, I'm the first person in this secretariat. We have Andrew now. Will be the facilitator for the process. So we hope our recommendation will be able to solve all our issues. Yeah. We say yes. Thank you, everybody.
So I will let the next team introduce their topic.
Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So our topic was very specific. It was about land tenure relating to oil palm, Bakan. So as we know, the whole issue is that no land tenure lah. So it interferes with our vision for RSPO. And, we have the goal to do it by 2025. Okay, so when we were discussing this, we want to mention also we went through the theory U process because I think a few of us, we did not understand the whole thing kan. Johan, he yeah, I mean, no, he posed a very important question because all of us were just sitting there and then, land tenure issue. But then he asked, what's the real deal? So we went into it and then we actually reached a dead end because we were able to identify the main problem is with LSD, Lands and Survey lah. So we were just sitting there, don't know what to do, going around in circles. We don't know how to prompt them. We say even if we do this, they would still shut down the process because they're not moving. And then Yogi came. Everyone is important part of the process. Yeah. So she came and then she prompted us along. Of course, Alice also semua lah banyak input. So that's how we went from the bottom and then we were going up. So we came up with we identified these three recommendation or stakeholders that can help in this issue lah. So the first one is smallholders. We give awareness on the issue and we give pressure. So awareness more in the sense that if they do not get certified by 2025, it will be illegal kan tu? Yeah, they cannot sell dorang punya hasil lah. Yeah, so we must inform them of this impact bah. Maybe now they just know about certification, but they're not aware that how it will impact them if they do not reach it. So we will use that to give pressure. Yeah, dorang yang give pressure to the government macam tu lah. So it can be
It's awareness to the smallholders or community on the ground. Then they aware that Sabah is going to be certified in 2025. So if we are not certified, what will happen? So they will ask, or they will, go to the press or with a statement. What happened if we are not certified? Then we have issue on the land. How can we be certified?
yeah. So
Actually, it's advocacy work on the ground. Then after that, we are thinking of after the community, and there are advocates to their leaders also, because the leaders in each of the areas, they are the one who sitting to make policies lah.
Yeah, so that is how the communities will give pressure to chase for dorang punya anu lah, title. Gitu betul kan? Yeah. Okay. So the next the other stakeholder that we identified is JCSC. I think relates well to what dorang Jessica pula Rebecca. Who's Jessica? Rebecca. Dorang Rebecca discussed just now. So they need to address how to speed up land tenure and maybe JCSC policy reform. Policy reform within dorang atau in the government? In the government, yeah. So
I just want to add the first point is we want to ask in the meeting with all the stakeholders like land and survey that this is the initiative by government in 2025. Now we are already here. So do you have any action plan to solve this? This is the government initiative. So we want to use that SKN punya letter as a basis lah.
yeah. Okay, so the third stakeholder is JTU lah ataupun Lands and Survey. So we will share our data with them, bahkan.
Yeah.
Share our
So
data.
we will share. So we have already met the smallholder, and then we will upis lah. So which smallholder yang lowest hanging fruit untuk disingkirkan boleh provide kepada JTU. So it will not solve this land issue for the whole TTBK, tapi can solve untuk certain group of smallholder.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we were able to identify lah, to help move the process along. Yeah. Because now it's on a standstill. Nothing is happening kan? Yeah. So ada anything else to add? Tiada sudah. Okay. That is... Oh yeah. Any questions?
For me kan, the work of the small question.
Addition.
And the steering committee and advisor dulu, kita kena jaga as engagement with them. We have this confidentiality lah, respect. So of course there's a lot of other things juga kita sudah share lah. Yang kita share itu tentang kajian-kajian memang sudah ada, dan of course isu yang sangat panas adalah tanah lah. Memang kalau kita bilang pum di sana memang meletup. Tapi itulah kita mau anything that we want to do, we need to look at our stakeholders juga lah. Itu yang kita mau buat. But itulah macam tadi, why we are trying to do this macam ni sekarang is of course is advocacy work lah. So kita akan cuba in other way try to give awareness to orang, dan coba pelan-pelan pergi dorang sendiri, dorang aware, dan buat kritikan lah nanti.
All the key issues, the key blocks and things you want them to, demanding them to decide on, you should put in that list. That you can show them that they are the block. Same with EPIC actually. Actually, EPIC did make a point in their side. You said the working group's not working. I can't remember what else you said. But you should relook at your points. The one, because they asked you to answer a few questions. I can't remember the questions, the sequence. All your key points yang ada di sini, you should put it in. If you want to revise it, you should revise it, and then really use the meeting and those, how many questions were that? Four. Use your 4 questions to make all those points. Put in all your bullets. Yeah. Hantam back.
Action plan.
Hantam back. Yeah.
Go straight direct. Don't be
Straight
around the
direct.
bush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Around the bush.
We need to think very wide lah, because otherwise people will angry with us also. So, for instance, I give you what.
You mean more than usual?
Yes. I give you one scenario like PACOS. So PACOS like bringing a lot of cases to the court to challenge, the rights. So they always look at PACOS as instigators and as apalah, pembangkang lah. Then anytime PACOS have programs, ada programs dong buat, they will never support. So, do you want to close our door? That's the thing.
But not yang not conflictual, macam if it's about land issues, we talk in general what they are facing. Kita tidak bias, macam I don't know, if bias will invite more, bukan haters lah, macam it will invite people to see it negatively. So we just want to advocate and maybe just share information of what we are facing in Sabah. So I think maybe that's like a good start lah. Be like a neutral punya information lah, instead of something.
I'm following a lot of this group also lah, like Pinampang Voices, Papar Voices. Then of course in Pinampang Voices, I'm one of the admin lah. When I look at it, it's not easy to control people. It's not easy because it's open. So I don't know. So you need to dive inside, then look what's happening in downstairs, then come out with a concrete solution on that lah.
It is better kalau yang post tu kan, yang siapa-siapa lah yang dalam social media tu, it's a personal person. It's not like a group or everything. So orang akan macam just talk about harga sawit hari ni turun, just benda-benda simple macam begitu kan, just get ada sawit lagi di Sabah ni rupanya, begitu bah kan, to start the conversation. Lepas tu but in a way we just bukan, they are just to make people aware that we have an issue sawit sawit. Sebab when kalau saya bercerita dengan kawan-kawan saya kan, dorang just tahu sawit tapi dorang tak tahu isu apa sebenarnya. Dorang just tahu sawit ni paling banyak di Sabah, kita paling banyak jual dan sebagainya, tapi dorang tak akan tahu. Dan saya pun dapat nasihat dari kawan-kawan saya lah, orang-orang muda kan, cakap try lah bercakap di social media, bukannya kita mau bercakap buruk dan sebagainya. Tanah ni begini. Just hari ni saya pergi menombak apa semua kan. Kalau kamu tengok YouTuber yang buat konten sawit pun, dia pergi menombak apa semua, million dia punya views. Dia tak bercakap pun, menombak sawit saja. Ada orang Indonesia yang buat. Ada. Dia just cakap, hari ni tapi bukanlah kita mau buat macam, bukanlah kita mau buat konten yang bukanlah saya mau buat konten YouTuber, bukan. Maksudnya kita hendaklah promote konten yang macam begitu, kosong orang bilang kan, tapi just to keep the people talk pasal sawit. Itu aja. Bercakap siap pasal sawit, bercakap. Nanti lama-lama akan ramai orang akan sedar sawit. Macam isu padi dengan kerbau lah kan. Kita tak tahu di sini ada isu kerbau. Tapi orang bercakap kita boleh dengar gitu. Saya pernah dapat nasihat dari cikgu saya bilangnya, promosi paling mahal adalah promosi dari mulut ke mulut. Betul lah. Kau nak payah advertisement mega, pasang billboard dan sebagainya untuk advertise. Mulut saja. Makanan di sana tak sedap. Memang kau tak akan datang. Orang sudah cakap tak sedap kan. Mulut saja orang bercakap. Kau nak payah buat iklan pun. So bagi saya generasi muda penting untuk influence dorang lah. Sebab dorang yang paling lantang. Kita lah ni kan paling lantang kononnya tapi kosong. So we need to macam educate sikit lah, bagi info sikit pasal ni. Tapi benda ni boleh dibincang lah mungkin. Yalah, kita bukan content creator. So kita tak tahu apa mau tulis, kita pun tak tahu apa yang appropriate, yang ngam untuk di-post dan sebagainya. It's not like Forever Sabah punya Facebook page punya post. No, macam si Chris punya, aku punya yang post setiap hari pasal sawit je. Share je di grup Facebook dan sebagainya. Benda tu macam fun lah, fun. Just post. Untuk orang bercakap pasal benda tu. Itu idea kecil yang low cost, immediate kau boleh buat. Tapi just mau fikir konten lah yang bagus-bagus untuk di-post setiap hari. Itu je. Isu tu kita tahu lah. Cuma kita nak mau orang bercakap pasal isu sebab kontroversial bah. Macam Silingit cakap lah, kita kena hormat data dan sebagainya. Just, ya, idea saya tu untuk orang bercakap siap pasal sawit. Itu aja. Ya, untuk bercakap siap pasal sawit. Tengok Viviana punya impact, terus orang pasang kan di kampung, so impact begitu bah orang bilang. Lama-lama isu tu kan timbul juga sendiri-sendiri kan. Mungkin orang akan lebih curious, macam mana kau punya sawit, sudah sijil kah apa belum. Mungkin orang tanya macam mana kau dapat sijil dan sebagainya kan. So kita tak tahu. Ya.
And then JCSC, with JTU, what is going to be your methodology or your intervention? How are you going to do it?
It could be just JCSC or JCSC with smallholders, so that people from all sides can become multi-partial, because right now the sense of multi-partial is only like one side, and one side is like don't even see the relevance of why maybe something like that lah, an effort so that all stakeholders can be multi-partial. Kemarin si Camilla talk about facilitators being multi-partial kan, like understand this side, understand that side. But if we take away the facilitator kan, tiada macam understanding each other between the macro designers and people di bawah.
Yeah, interesting thought. Linggit and Mega and Elisna. What would it look like kalau, say lah, your 20 kampongs, you invite one rep from each, you put them in a circle in Sandakan or somewhere, and then we invite the JCSC. And then and then you share some, you let you prepare a presentation with some bunch of slides, and it talks about land tenure, talks about the BMPs, their certification process, whatever, all the very, very succinct info that you want to give them. Let them present, and then you guys facilitate. And so we're now going to facilitate a discussion around how we're going to address these key issues. Then maybe you even have breakout groups. Let's survey here with EPD or whoever, with a few of the smallholders talking about the land tenure issues. Department of Ag and MPOB, whatever, I don't know, talking about the BMPs and agronomy training. I mean, what could that look like? Just like a 3-hour session, for example. We prepare a lot of smallholders. We can convene that. We have the power to convene that. We ask the help of the Secretariat, but we convene the smallholders. We help them present the data very clearly around the land, their yields, show the difference between yields. If they have tenure, they don't have tenure. You see what I mean? All these things, like all the key things that we already know, and then say, okay, we've presented this, let's say you don't have to use OST because that might be too threatening to some, but some version of that where you can then convene topics and breakout groups. Let's say one on the land legality, one on agronomy and best management practices, and what else? Market, road to market, or access to market, whatever the key issues are for them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, we can do that because we have the connection with the smallholders and the leaders of the smallholders. So let them hear it from the mouth of the smallholders.
Create like an open space, and we invite all the JCSC members, and with us come here to Tengilan, or maybe we bring them to Maldives. I mean, just jokingly like team building. So I mean, no, that was a joke, but we were thinking like if we bring them to a space that we can actually, but we need to have the key persons from the JCSC members, and yang boss sebab if
So, for example, sorry, say for example. Okay, let's take this example. So let's say this is Linggit, Mega, and Elisna here. This is your team of FCs. These are your circles of smallholders. So you're gonna convene them into a space. You're gonna go over here somewhere, make it very accessible to them so that you're very close. They don't have to go to all the field here. The field will come to them. And you just go into a nice room and in a nice facilitated session and bring the information to them in a very multi-partial way.
I think the most important thing is, I don't know, all this while we are doing JCSC in like a conventional way, like we have like an agenda and everything is straightforward. So why not we make a difference by, I don't know, we try this kind of method. Maybe we'll neutralize the air and actually we can, I don't know, we can talk about the issues and actually be neutral with each other lah, not like attacking one another because of the work they are not agree with. So I think if it can be done, maybe we can give it a try lah.
The only way we know whether it can be done is to suggest it. So maybe in your four questions, and they talk about your blocks, right? They talk about your blocks and then something like that. I can't remember. What's the question? You should remember your questions. There's something that's like what is blocking or something. Anyway, what are next steps? So you connect that. This is what is not happening. And you say, Forever Sabah would like to convene this. We can word it together lah. We can word it together. Make it very succinct, very, very unthreatening. That we suggest this for the next JCSC. No. We don't want it to be a JCSC meeting. It is a session on its own. Special session to meet the smallholders. We can even say, you ask the smallholders even, you say, kamu mau jumpa ada orang JCSC? Read the question.
Yeah, the first question is, what is the next step moving forward from the current progress? Second one, catch-up plan for the activities behind schedule, if there's any. Timeline for the next steps or catch-up plan. So you need to provide a timeline. And then the fourth one, what are the challenges that the working group or team will be encountering? So I guess the last one.
So you connect it to the last one, where you answered in the first one. What are the next steps?
Yeah, what are the next steps moving forward from the current progress?
We will revise the answer. So we will put all the importance point there and send it to you lah. Then part of that we want to question the land and survey also, because when they're going to settle the land tenure.
Okay, but don't shame him.
In a good way lah. Yeah.
That's why I became so unpopular after I gave everybody an F. Okay, so back to the facilitator. We don't have much time left. There's one more topic.
So
But I think that's a good one.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we will move on to the next topic.
Okay, selamat. Good evening, everyone. I will introduce my team. We have Cheryl, we have Audrey, Vivian, Jenny, Jennifer, Staj, Noel, Yogi, Mai. Yeah. And then our topic is Padi and Kerbau. For your information, we take an hour to explain what the situation before the project joined this village and after the project. And then I already explained to my team about the situation, and then we aim for one goal is to make a ecotourism from that issue. Ecotourism, dan kami merancang satu ecotourism berkenaan bersamaan padi dengan kerbau, di mana kami imagine satu hari nanti orang bandar boleh datang ke kampung untuk naik kerbau, and then orang bandar ataupun orang luar boleh datang lihat cara tradisi yang digunakan zaman dahulu menggunakan kerbau membajak dan sebagainya. And then selepas harvest ada satu pesta kamatan yang kami panggil real kamatan, bukan yang macam sekarang ni yang cuma ratu cantik dan untuk ngadau sebagainya. Jadi kita mau wujudkan itulah, itu kami punya goal. Jadi kami ada beberapa strategi dan kaedah yang kami gunakan sepanjang perbincangan tadi adalah wall cafe, di mana kami sambil makan jambu lagi, santai-santai lah. And then strategi yang kami perlu lakukan, yang pertama adalah perlu ada case study ataupun kajian berkenaan dengan benefit ataupun kepentingan ekopelancongan terhadap sesuatu komuniti. Dan kami punya rujukan adalah apa tu rakit pesta rakit. Itu kami punya inilah model lah. Jadi strategi kami yang kedua yaitu pergi kepada stakeholder. Kami sudah ada idea ataupun program dan kami akan turun kepada stakeholder. Dan di situ kami akan berhubungan dengan lembaga kebudayaan, lembaga pelancongan. Salah satu kami punya team members, dia memang di sana. Jadi dia utarakan kita boleh hubung mereka untuk merealisasikan ya untuk itu. And then selain daripada itu kita juga berhubungan dengan Jabatan Haiwan, di Otuaran, UMS dan FS, Jabatan Museum Sabah Art Gallery. Di mana kenapa kita sentuh tentang Sabah Art Gallery? Sebab salah satu idea dalam mengadakan Hari Kamatan tu yang original punya, kita akan pamerkan alat-alat yang dulu-dulu lagi, termasuklah wakid dan yang orang panggil legendary punya dia punya equipment. Jadi selepas sudah untuk pendekatan atau metodologi yang kami guna kepada badan yang berkepentingan ni, kami akan guna kaedah OST. Kenapa kami guna OST? Karena kalau yang badan berkepentingan ni dia punya ini okey sudah. Macam mereka ni yalah bolehlah gitu bah. Ada sudah sikit. Ya. Jadi kami gunakan pendekatan itulah. Dan apabila kami sudah mendapat satu kertas kerja yang lengkap, jadi terus turun kepada ini juga lah, FS, terutamanya projek padi untuk melaksanakan mengikut pelan kerja yang dibuat. Dan begitulah hasil perbincangan kami tadi. Jennifer ada apa-apa menambah? Saya serahkan kepada rekan-rekan saya. Adakah saya tertinggal?
Seperti contoh case study itu kan, bukan sejak macam salah satu itu adalah pesta rakit yang salah satu idea lah brainstorm kami tadi. Ada juga macam contoh di sana tuh dia cari dari distrik daerah-daerah lain. Contoh-contoh seperti contoh di mana tuh ada lomba kerbau. KB. Itu contoh paling bagus sebab kalau pesta rakit dia di sungai. Boleh juga lah dorong berenang kan, tapi kalau tuh yang apa? Tamu KB. Dia ada pertandingan lomba kerbau. boleh je pertandingan lomba kerbau di sawah padi sama-sama radu. Pada masa sama kau punya sawah kena radu, kau boleh menang lagi. Kan? Tidak apa ya, lala aja Jo, pelan-pelan lah. Ya, so itu salah satu contoh lah.
Anyone else?
Kalau tidak pertandingan unduk ngadau, kasih pertandingan unduk kerbau. Iya, jangan semua orang akan jaga dia orang punya kerbau kan, and then dia orang akan cari dia punya kerbau. Kan like kan they have like macam the best cow begitu kan kalau di negeri orang putih. You can do that, right? You create excitement, so indirectly you solve the problem of padi dan kerbau. Rather than you focus on masalah, you create an excitement, so orang akan indirectly dia akan jaga kerbau dan jaga padi for the purpose of the pelancongan lah. Yes.
Ada yang mau tambah?
Echoing dari Jennifer punya apa tuh kan yang pertandingan unduk kerbau kan? Ada satu unduk kerbau. Jadi sudah nama ada. Ada satu yang cerita Cipu kasih tahu bah, yang dorong buat perangkap kerbau untuk supaya petani yang tolong mau tangkap kerbau supaya penternak kerbau dapat tahu kerbau dia. Lepas itu bila dorong dapat tangkap 3 kerbau, ada satu peternak, oh semua kerbau sia. Lepas itu yang datang yang owner sebenar, oh itu kerbau sia, itu kerbau sia. Terus yang cakap yang semua kerbau sia, pelan-pelan undur, saya tidak kerbau. Saya tidak kerbau sudah. Jadi dia tahu sama ada sekarang dorong mau tahu kerbau dorong. So, bila ada masalah dengan kerbau, mereka cakap oh itu bukan kerbau saya. So maybe bila ada tuh pertandingan untuk kerbau, semua pun mau kerbau dorong. So satu kerbau karena jaga, gumuk, tidak makan padi, ya kira macam tu lah. Ya, something. And also kenapa stakeholder ada di sana adalah untuk supaya community dia lebih macam sekarang yang selalu didengari di sini adalah padi versus kerbau kan. So instead of padi versus kerbau dan ada itu kamatan dengan unduk kalabau, ya, so dorang take on of itu project sebagai itu macam kira macam sama bah dengan apa. Tapi itu senang untuk saya cakap lah, tidak tahu masa membuat nanti macam mana. So itu semua ada dalam itu proses lah, macam mana itu proses akan dibuat nanti.
Sebenarnya kalau kita tengok kerbau ini banyak juga orang yang masih contohnya kedai atau setiap wedding dulu orang masih juga bukan dulu lah, sekarang masih juga membeli kerbau lah, tapi orang membeli di pasar sudah, kita tidak tahu dari mana lah. Tapi itulah satu daripada daging yang datang daripada kita ini, daripada India. Kerbau India yang sangat-sangatlah murah. Dia dalam frozen lah. Jadi saya tidak tahu lah. But kenapa kerbau kita tidak laku di sini? Sebab dulu kalau bila kawin, memang kerbau itu adalah memang wajib. Dan mesti kerbau itu kau dihantar di tempat perempuan, dan tempat perempuan itu akan potong itu kerbau. Dan dikasih makan seluruh kampung lah, siapa saja yang saudara ke orang kampung datang, dia sebagai sogit juga lah. Dan selepas itu banyak sudah orang tidak pandai potong kerbau, takut. Jadi itu sebab saya rasa itu kerbau macam liar dan macam tidak sudah yang menjaga, tidak appreciate, tidak apalah. So mungkin satu cadangan ini juga mungkin boleh explore dia daripada dorang jual, sebab dia jual tuh karena potong juga. Mungkin boleh buat burger kerbau kah punya pati. Ya. So I mean ini explore lah, sebab dulu saya pun piara kerbau.
I have almost, I think more than 100 kerbau dulu. Masih kecil-kecil darjah 6 saya jaga. Then I don't have issue with orang yang menanam padi ini. So pagi saya kasih lepas, memang saya tahu sudah di mana dia pergi. Then petang lepas sekolah saya akan pergi cari dia dan saya tahu di mana dia apa. Then every faces of the kerbau saya kenal. Ada. Ya, so itulah. Saya tengok baru 35 kerbau apa juga dalam hati saya. Then you have 70 acres of land. My land is just like less than 5 acres. I think around 3 acres saja di mana kami pelihara tu. So tidak juga isu. So mau perlu menyelami itu apa juga masalah ini orang lah. Adakah yang sebab mungkin yang pergi klaim-klaim ni tempat kami pun ada juga yang pergi klaim-klaim. Dulu memang ada kerbau dia orang. Tapi after that diorang pergi sekolah, universiti, apa semua balik sini. Lepas tu tidak tahu menau pun itu kerbau diorang. Last dia bilang itu kerbau saya. So ada juga yang macam itulah. So perlu mau tengok apa sebenar keadaan di sana di dalam itulah. Ya, bukan susah. 35 kerbau saja. Saya kecil-kecil pun sudah 100 kerbau saya piara. Dan ada 70 ekar lagi grazing area. Besar itu. Ya. Boleh juga kalau di Toraja di Makassar di apalah Sulawesi, actually dorang ada satu tempat di mana mau kasih tengok kerbau. It's like a tamu of kerbau. Macam satu tuaran punya tamu tu kan kerbau saja. Then everybody like mau beli kerbau, dia ada bidding tau.
Not anymore.
Kalau orang Minangkabau.
So makin cantik itu kerbau, dia tengok badan, dia tengok warna, ada yang putih juga kerbau dorang kan, muscle lebih mahal. Mahal kerbau di sana. Ya. Ya. So banyak orang juga pergi tengok. Dia tengok kan banyak orang pergi tengok. That part of the attraction lah. Ya. So yang macam spot-spot itu boleh juga sebab you need to train the kerbau lah. But ya. Ya, tapi train dia kan I don't know lah. Mungkin bila kita train kan nanti macam tu gajah juga nanti. So somebody bilang, "Oh, cruel lah kamu train itu kerbau secara cruel macam ni kan." Then it can be issue lah. Macam gajah di apa kan? Di Thailand. Oh, saya suka. Tapi bila saya nampak itu dokumentari macam mana dong mengajar itu gajah, dia pukul-pukul pakai itu apa? Iya. Kau pun, mau boykot ini. Sengsara itu gajah dong buat.
Train kerbau tidak macam itu kan? Masih makan garam saja.
Tidak juga, mesti kamu cucuk lah hidung dia supaya dia mau dengar. Ya.
Kalau contoh macam di sawah padi, macam guna untuk radu lah. Dia is it the same thing ataupun different?
Ya, kerbau ini kamu before kamu guna dia pandai untuk bekerja di sawah padi pun mesti kamu train dia. Kamu mau naik dia pun mesti kamu train dia supaya dia tidak ganas. So dia akan menurut perintah kau bah. So that's why normally apa yang kami buat dulu kita kalau barulah dia belum pandai kita akan bawa dia di sungai. So di sungai lah kami train. Kasih menaik di atas, cucuk sini dia dulu supaya dia apa bah? Kalau kau ikat dia di sini saja dia tidak akan mau dengar kau. Mesti kamu cucuk tuh hidung. Kasih taruh dia punya apa itu ring di sana. Otherwise kau naik kerbau, pum, terpelanting kau di sana. Ya memang ganas. So memang ganas lah. So that's why itulah bila kau train itu pun ganas juga tuh supaya itu kerbau menurut perintah kau itu saja cara dia untuk dia mau respect kau. So bukan tidak boleh lah, but you need to explore lah macam mana mau train. Mungkin ada cara orang lain, tapi itu yang kita belajar dulu lah, pengalaman.
So, we've been on a journey together. Whether you want to call it a U ka, a circle ka, whatever, it was a journey. And I think maybe you can see how if there is some sense of community when you have a task, the task seems to be lighter, easier, less of a burden, less intimidating. Yes? Was that the sense you felt? Yeah. So I hope that you'll integrate that also into your system as you move forward. So I always like this term recalibrate. When you go home, you know, I mean, the way I recalibrate is through my exercise ritual, my quiet practice, and I literally, you know, like call for recalibration. Because I think learning is an everyday thing and a lifelong thing. So we always want to take in new knowledge and new skills. All the resources that Carmela shared, I will share forward with all of you. The reason we had the recording is to turn it into a module. So there will be an online resource. You can recreate it for your own teams. You can adapt it for your own teams. You can make it shorter. You can do certain parts of it. We want to adapt it in BM for other team members in the field. We can do a similar one like this for others. Jeannie asked me earlier. The idea is not that it's a one-off. The idea was this was the first of others. And there are many more resource people. We had Carms and Victor, but there are many, many others. And, you know, it's a matter of time when we invite them. Okay, so to close, so at the end of every time, because you've had a journey together, because it's an end, and you want it to have a closure, you know, it's like closing a door. Pretty much every process design has to have a closing. However that may be. I think this is one that we use all frequently, just stand in a circle. And the different things we can do, some people, we say we facilitate something where, you know, people can express a word, or a phrase or a line. Which one you guys want? You want to say a word, a line, a few lines? All of it is possible. A paragraph? So the different ways to do it, either you go like this. That way is kind of like you expect it's coming to you, and then you're like, oh, what should I say? What should I say? What should I say? Or you do it like I say, I'm gonna hand it to Yogi. Yogi's gonna hand it to somebody else. Or we just say those who want to say something. So it's not even everybody has to say something. All of these are options when you facilitate.
I feel empowered and I feel grateful to be here today.
I feel ignited.
I'm feeling grateful for everything in the past few days.
I'm feeling supported.
I would like to say thank you to Cynthia and the team for this session.
I am happy to be here and meet everyone after so long.
I feel like we've had an interesting 3 days.
I feel openness.
I had fun.
I talk a lot.
I want to thank everyone for being present, and I guess I want to thank myself for being brave enough to participate verbally.
I am thankful for the sharing from all my colleagues.
I think I know where I stand after I attend this session.
I feel that I stop feeling with my head, but feel thinking more with my heart, using the body.
I wonder what I've done to deserve this. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
I am still happy, and I am very thankful for this space and for Cynthia and Ken and everybody here who made this journey session in the mountaintop so wonderful. Thank you.
I energize and thank you to Cynthia and the FSI to organize this.
Okay. I feel touched, and I think this is our big family. So
I reached my intention.
Very thankful to Cynthia and the team and each one of you here. Especially I want to thank Yogi and Lingit who brought me here, Junior, Jennifer. All I received, my knowledge is gained. Still, my mind that I receive need to digest, need to recall and be more structured, and how I can adapt in my coming future if there's a needed. Thank you.
I feel closer with each of you. Yeah. Even though I first time I meet a new face, but I feel like we are closer.
I am very grateful to be able to attend this session, a wonderful session, a wonderful place. Thank you.
I feel grateful to be part of this process again and looking forward for the next process. Huh?
No.
I feel honored to have held the space for this session and to do it with the FSI team, with Katrina. I say with Katrina because the FSI team is Noel and Rizlan, but Katrina kind of been adopted. It's been really great to share some of my 24-year journey with all of you. I don't know why it took me so long, but anyway, I got there somehow. It feels really wonderful because I hope that many more facilitative leaders will blossom in the near future. And, you know, this is the first program. We will be doing more. I always feel thankful for the land and the people who tend to the land, the team here who are quietly buzzing around the space. Yeah, we have this ritual now called whoosh, the whoosh ritual. You guys want to do the whoosh ritual? Okay, so you go down and then you like stir up the energy.